this week the Lions got a big matchup against the Indianapolis Colts. But before we get into the matchup with the Colts, we do have some breaking news announced. As it was announced a couple hours ago, the Lions just made a big trade to help their defense out, as the Lions have acquired Everson Griffin from the Dallas Cowboys. In exchange, the Lions give the Cowboys a conditional 6th-round pick. This is a really great move for the Lions to get Everson Griffin. Of course, a former Pro Bowl defensive end from the Vikings. He was a big cornerstone on the Vikings defense for many years. With the Cowboys, he's been pretty solid so far. Just the Cowboys have been complete dumpster juice so far. And that's pretty crazy that Dallas has already given up on Everson Griffin after only 7 games. It's also a rental here since he is in a since he only signed a 1-year deal with the Cowboys, so he'll be a free agent at the end of the year. So really solid. Can really help improve the pass rush very well, so we can get pressure to the QB. I mean, pairing him with Trey Flowers, that's a pretty good deadly duo right there. And Romeo Okwara has also been balling out too here. Now, if the Lions can get some help in the middle, like on defensive tackle, maybe look at going after Quinnen Williams on the New York Jets since he's available. Since Williams can be a pass rusher and a run stuffer too. He can do both. If the Lions can get Quinnen Williams too, then this defensive line will be deadly and lethal. And plus, we can get Quinnen Williams pretty cheap too, since he's still on a rookie deal for at least the next 3 years. 2 years, technically, plus the 5th-year option, since the Jets are doing a full-scale rebuild. So, I mean, if we can get Quinnen Williams too, then this D-line will be ready to go. But sadly for Everson Griffin, he won't be able to play this week against the Colts due to COVID-19 protocols, but he will be able to make his debut with the Lions next week against the Vikings, his old team, in a big division rivalry showdown. But anyway, really like the trade, really great move to help it out, a great veteran presence too on the D-line. So this gets interesting. I think the Lions defense, it's improved the last couple weeks. I think this defense is going to become something exciting to watch so far. Plus, Amani Oriwari has been bowling all year along with Deron Harmon. And you have Jeff Okudah, who's been going up and down so far this year like a roller coaster. Just the rookie growing pains, but slowly starting to get into his own. But anyway, on to the game this week with the Colts. Just real quick, I thought I'd give my thoughts on the Everson Griffin trade out of right way here real quick. But real quick, on to the game this week. So, the Colts, the line has the Colts favored to win this game by 2.5 points. So, around 3-point favorites. So, Detroit, once again, are the underdogs. And this is going to be a really tough matchup. The Colts are no pushover. This team is really good. Can't sleep on the Colts. So, of course, Indianapolis, they lead the all-time head-to-head series 21-20-2. So, this has been a really close back-and-forth rivalry. Indianapolis, however, has won 4 of the last 5 meetings against Detroit. However, the last time the Colts and Lions met in 2016, the Lions won that game in that high-scoring shootout back in 2016 in Indianapolis. So that's going to be a tough game for sure. Indianapolis, they're currently 1-2 on the road this year. Mainly Indy's success this year has come at home. Detroit, however, is 0-2 at home this year. Detroit has just struggled at home, but Detroit has been really good away from Ford Field. The key players on the Colts team, of course, at quarterback, you have old man Phillip Rivers, who has finally left the Chargers and is now in the point of rain chasing with the Colts now. And it seems like Father Time has slowly caught up to him, because so far Phillip Rivers has had an off year. He hasn't really been impressive so far. But it's still, we're still mid-season. There's still a lot of time to turn around. But yeah, Phillip Rivers, you can't sleep on Phillip. At running back, now for running back, they are missing Marlon Mack, who is on the IR for the season with an Achilles injury. So now the Colts are turning to a rookie running back, Jonathan Taylor. This was Taylor. He was a running back. A lot of Lions fans wanted it back in the draft, but the Lions didn't take him simply because DeAndre Swift was on the board in the second round at pick 35. And of course, for wide receivers, you got T.Y. Hilton, the main focus for the Colts on the Colts receiving core. They are going to be without Paris Campbell, who's on the IR for an MCL injury. And they're also missing rookie wide receiver Michael Pittman, who's also on the IR with a lower leg injury. But Phillip Rivers does have another solid receiving weapon in Jack Doyle at tight end. So yeah, you can't count that out. In terms of the defensive line, for defensive ends, they do got Justin Houston, the former Kansas City Chief, that's come to the Colts. Well, they came to the Colts last year and has helped be a big cornerstone on that Colts defense. But they are going to be without Kimoko Toure, who is on the PUP list with an ankle injury. On the defensive, in the middle of the defense, they got Denico Autry, and they also got DeForest Buckner, the former 49er that helped anchor that 49ers defensive line. And then he was traded from the 49ers to the Colts. And now he'll get to anchor that Colts defensive line. Now for the Colts linebacking core, they are going to be without Darius. Darius Leonard is questionable for this game with a groin injury, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But they do have Bobby Okuruki and Anthony Walker in the secondary. They will be without Malik Hooker, who is on the IR with an Achilles injury. God damn, they got so many players on the IR. Jeez. But they do got the other safety, Kari Walker, and they also got at corners. They got Xavier Rhodes, the former Viking, and of course they also got Rock Ya-Sin. So yeah, the head coach for the Colts, this is of course Frank Wright, who has really helped turn the Colts around the last couple years. They also got offensive coordinator Nick Sirianni, and we got defensive coordinator for the Colts being Matt Abruius. In terms of the Colts rankings this year, the Colts offense is ranked 23rd this year. They're 10th in the passing game, 28th in the run game. Mainly, the loss of Marlon Mack has really affected that run game, and Jonathan Taylor's had his rookie moments. So yeah, I think the big key for the Lions defense is to stop the run and put all the pressure on Phillip Rivers and make him more predictable. And with Phillip Rivers really been a turnover machine so far this year, if the Lions can get pressure and rush Phillip Rivers, may have him make some bad throws, maybe generate some turnovers, then this game is wide open. Because the Colts defense is something you can't underestimate. The Colts defense is currently ranked number 1. This is the number 1 defense in the league so far. The Colts defense is ranked 2nd against the pass and 3rd against the run. So it's very difficult to throw the ball against this defense, and it's extremely difficult to run the ball against this defense. But this was before all the injuries started coming down on the defense, mainly to Hooker and Toure, and then Darius Leonard being questionable. But still, the Colts defense has really held its own. They had a couple bad performances the last couple weeks. And keep in mind, the Colts are coming off a bye week. So we have that in mind. This is going to be an extremely tough game. This is going to be the Lions' toughest game here from now till December. This is going to be an extremely challenging game against the Colts. That Colts defense is nothing to underestimate, especially DeForest Buckner, because he can stuff the run and he can rush the passer too. That's going to be someone the Lions are going to have to guard a lot of. in this game, but they're going to have a shot in the offense. Offensively, just balanced offense. We just got to run the ball. One thing I want to see in this game, I want to see DeAndre Swift get more carries in this game instead of AP. Honestly, Swift should be RB1, not Adrian Peterson. I say AP should be RB2, but give DeAndre Swift more shots with the ball and give him more of an expanded role in the Lions offense since we've seen him ball all year. Obviously, though, the next big key to win this game is that offense and Darrell Bevell. Bevell needs to do a way better job at play calling than he did the last couple weeks, because especially against Atlanta, he was very terrible with the play calling. But he got bailed out because of high-end talent. Just get protection and let Stafford just work his magic like he has the last couple weeks. I think this is going to be a really tight game. I think this is a 50-50 game. It could go either way. The Lions' defense is really starting to come into its own here. Part of me could see this become a defensive duel. I think this game is really going to come down to whose defense can make the most crucial stops at the biggest points in the game. The Colts have also been good at generating turnovers. In the first 6 games of the Colts season, the Colts have totaled up 10 interceptions. So, yeah, this defense knows how to generate turnovers. So yeah, we got to find a way to tire the defense out, give Stafford enough time to get the ball out, let the play develop. Look for the mismatches with the Hawk. But yeah, this is going to be an extremely tough game. It could go either way. Part of me can see the Lions lose this game. Part of me could see them win this game. It's a tough game. Going to be challenging. It's going to be a nail-biter. This is a really tough game to call here. The Colts have all the tools to be successful, but the one thing that's been holding the Colts back so far this year from their true potential has been QB. It's been Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers has really struggled so far this year. And I think part of me I think with the talent around the Colts here, I think it's safe to say that Father Time is slowly catching up to Phillip. Because Phillip is getting up there in age. This is like his 17th, 18th season. He's getting up there in age. He's at that point. But yeah, this is a really tough game. It could go either way. I could see the Lions winning this game, and here's why. We played against Phillip Rivers last year. Granted, that was the Chargers. But the Lions were able to get crucial turnovers against Phillip Rivers and get some pressure to him. Force Rivers to make some mistakes. If this defense can do that again, the keys for this win is to get pressure to Phillip Rivers. Force him to make some mad mistakes and to generate some turnovers. The big key is generate turnovers. The Lions also need to run the ball and run it often and tire that Colts defense out. That Colts defense has been good at getting off the field quickly. The Lions need to do everything in their power to make sure that Colts defense stays on the field for as long as possible and tire them out. If the Lions can tire the Colts defense out, this game is right there for the taking. This is going to be a really tight game. I could see this being a low-scoring game. I could see it being a high-scoring game. In the end, it's going to be a tough one to call. I'm going to say Lions get this one 24-21. I think it's going to be a really close game. I think it's going to be a close game. It could go either way. You can make a solid argument for the Colts. You can also make a solid argument for the Lions. If the Lions want to really prove that they're for real this year, this is the game to prove it against the Colts. This is a big-time game. Big game. Lions need this win. Lions need the win to get over 500. Colts, of course, need this win too to try and keep pace with the Tennessee Titans in the AFC South. Since we all know the South this year in the AFC is a race between the Colts and the Titans. And of course, I still think the Colts make the playoffs still. I know at the start of the year I said the Colts would make it in on division win, but there's a good chance the Colts could make it in on wild card. There's still odds are, of course, there's still a possibility they can still win the division. But Tennessee's going to be tough to beat this year. But yeah, this is going to be a really close game, though. But, I feel like the Lions, with their wins the last couple weeks, they're starting to get confidence. They're starting to get momentum. This is going to be a crucial game. If the Lions can get this win, then the season is wide open. The season is definitely back on track if the Lions can get this win. Like, the Kool-Aid will be in full effect if the Lions get this win. But yeah, gonna be a tough game. I got the Lions win this game by at least 3 points. It's gonna be tight. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for this. Hope everyone's a great day, and yeah, hail the new C-Rad.